Hello! We're back again for spooky season.
Spooktacular!
You know we love Halloween, we love scary stuff, we love talking about it. So this is our yearly divot into spooky season stuff.
Spooktober.
Yeah.
So enjoy the episode.
Enjoy,
Ooh.
if you dare.
Now, Joel.
I'm honey, honey tonight.
That came on in the car the other day. And is it moose tea or mouse tea?
I think it's moose tea.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Mouse.
But it's spelt like mouse, but with two S's.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Mouse tea.
Mouse tea.
Fun fact, the singer of I'm Horny, commented on one of Lockie's videos one time because he was lip syncing to I'm Horny,
Oh.
dressed as Darth Maul from Star Wars.
You know what? Makes sense. So arty, that boyfriend of
Oh
yours.
God, he's clever.
Oh God, he's got a brain up there.
He's a smart cookie.
He is. He thinks about the culture and then he meshes it all together. Hello, Joel.
Hi, happy Halloween again.
I feel we've got to get the energy back up. I feel like
I'm in my flow state now. So I know that I'm not doing this episode. So I'm a bit less like, I don't know what's happening. But for some reason, when I do my episodes now, I freak out.
It's so weird.
And I never used to.
But you're so good at them.
Yeah. I don't know why.
You're putting pressure on yourself.
Maybe
you want it to just be like, I don't know, maybe it's that whole like, we're getting, we've got more listeners and now you're trying to be, you're editing yourself.
Well, I'm fine up until I literally start reading it and then I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. What's happening to me? I'm losing my je ne sais quoi. That's why I'm so relaxed. I'm in a flow state now because I know that you're steering the ship. So you're dressed.
I'm dressed. I'm dressed as a little sailor boy. So it makes perfect sense.
He was a sailor boy.
He said, see you later, boy. Now, Joel, I am going to ask you to recommend something this week.
Yes.
Have you thought about what you're going to recommend?
Yep. I'm going to recommend, if you're going to Japan and you are a tall person like myself, well, tall.
You're tall.
I'm 6'1". I'd recommend like buying some cool outfits before you go.
Yes.
Because I don't think I'm going to be able to find clothes there.
I think you'll find some clothes, but you know what? I don't know.
Well,
I'm not a tall man shopping in Japan, so I don't know.
Well, they do a lot of like oversized streetwear there. So I'm like, okay, well, if anything, I'm going to be able to find like cool shirts and things like that. Pants wise, not too sure. I'm probably going to have to go shop at the big boy shop. Because I'm going to Japan and I know it sounds stupid, but I want to like serve looks while I'm there.
Yes, that does not sound stupid.
I just don't want to look like a tourist in my, gym shorts and shirt and runners and walking sticks and stuff. I want to
look cool.
I want to dress funky.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of slowly accumulating looks that I want to kind of put together while I'm there.
I love it.
Right now it's like 30 something degrees still.
Very hot over there.
I know. I'm like, no, we were meant to go in autumn.
Yeah.
So I got to think about that. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of like baggy jeans. I've got some cool shoes. I've got some, I got some street looks.
You know what? It's fun to do a couple of like holiday outfits. 'Cause
Yeah.
when you put them on when you're over there, you feel so good about yourself.
Yeah. If I'm going to be walking around Shibuya, I want to put in some effort.
I love this.
I don't want to just wear comfies, comfy tourist comfies.
No, you want to look like you're a part of it all.
Yeah, I want to look like I'm meant to be there.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's my recommendation. If you're a tall guy or girl, maybe do some shopping just in case.
Just in case.
I did opt for more luggage on the way back, but I think I'm just going to buy like little knickknacks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a knickknack. I've got to control myself now. I'm not allowed to buy knickknacks anymore.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's something like super specific.
Mm-hmm. What do you recommend, Steph? Seeing as you jumped on me knowing that I didn't have one in my head.
I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I know.
You know
it's the one thing that I keep forgetting now.
But it's also...
But it's because I haven't been doing anything.
But also you do things. You do. You do things, but you just forget.
Yeah, that's true.
You just... Every day, it's like a winding road.
Every day is like a winding road. Oh, I'm going to start going to the driving range again.
Oh,
yeah. I went through a driving range phase like 2-ish years ago where I'd just go and smack the shit out of some golf balls, and I'd just go by myself with my little bucket of golf balls, and I really enjoyed it. And I think it would be really nice and cathartic.
You want to come play golf with us?
I don't want to play proper golf.
Why?
I don't want to walk around.
But it's fun. It's like walking and gossiping.
No. I want to stand in one spot and smack the shit out of some balls and have a beer.
You know what?
Sorry,
Fair
that sounded
enough.
mean. No, I will come play golf with you.
No, I don't want you there anymore. You know what? You're uninvited.
No, that sounds nice. Can we do like 9 holes?
Yeah, I don't ever play 18. I'm not a psychopath.
Also, lesbian playing golf. Hello.
I know. It couldn't be more of a stereotype as I pull out my toolkit.
Yeah.
My carabiner.
Meanwhile, I'm a gay guy with a drag queen partner. Like,
it's like you always hope you're not going to be the stereotype, but then you realize, well,
sometimes you just are the stereotype.
And it's stereotype for a reason, I guess.
Yeah. You've got your Subaru and your golf with your golf clubs in the back of your Wrangler. Listening to Melissa Etheridge on the way.
1000%.
Yeah.
I couldn't be more. I think as I
Chapel Roan these days.
Yeah, as I age, I realize I'm becoming more lesbian.
Did you get on the Chapel Roan train?
I got a little bit, but I'm not on it. I'm not.
So you're not scrambling to see her at Laneway Festival?
No, I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But also,
yeah, she never really hit for me. There was a few songs that I really liked. I appreciate her as an artist, but I just didn't get lost in it all.
I'd like to see, but I don't know if I'm actively trying to. I'm not scrambling to get a ticket.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
I'd be happy to never hear Pink Pony Club again in my entire life.
Yeah, they really went hard on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Good for her.
I hope she made a lot of money.
Why am I saying things weird? I just said good for her.
I'm not
Before
noticed.
I said
what was
reboot.
Reboot. They should really reboot.
I feel like I'm an alien wearing like a human skin suit today.
It's the horns.
I don't know how to act like a human being.
It's the horns.
I feel like the guy, remember in Men in Black, and it's the farmer guy who's that alien is wearing his skin and he doesn't know how to act. That's what I feel like.
You feel it's like that itching
like
of the
sugar, water.
Oh wait, did you ask me what I recommended? And
What do you recommend?
Oh shit! I was like, did we just tangent away and then we got on to
I kind of just started talking about like 15 different things.
I'm going to recommend I guess 2 podcast episodes that I listened to this week. One was I listened to Shameless, which is an Australian podcast. And they're doing an In Conversation, and they had a conversation with Louis Theroux. And if anyone knows me, I love Louis Theroux.
Yeah.
So it's just a good like interview podcast episode. And then on the same day that was released, they did another episode that was on a different podcast, but it was the 2 Shameless girls talking about because they are a small, I guess now media company conglomerate. So they started out as a podcast, but they're kind of grown kind of this little independent media empire. And it's just interesting. If you're interested in how people build things or how how maybe sometimes you start a business and you don't necessarily intend for it to be something, but then it becomes something.
Yeah.
And how you navigate that. So it was just interesting to hear those 2 women speak about it.
Yeah.
So those 2 podcast episode.
I'm low-key glad we don't have to do all that.
Like just like business. Standing on business.
I do find it nice that we can just do this and do it on our own terms. And
we are the independent media company.
The independent media company. Become big corporate bitches.
Yeah, fat cats. Yeah. All of a sudden we're smoking cigars inside.
We just become Kyle and Jackie O.
It's like
2 monsters.
Just saying their most outlandish shit.
I hate Carl Sandilands.
Oh, it's rage bait, but also probably, I don't know. Does he?
Nah, he's a pig human. He's so awful and he's a stain on this earth. You can keep that in. Carl Sandilands, I hope you hear this.
And then suddenly they're making a segment about us, and then we have to make a segment about them.
Yeah,
we get into a battle.
Yeah, we have to battle. That'll be good for our numbers.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Or do we want those people to comment on our stuff?
The bogans who listen to Kyle and Jackie O. Yeah, whatever. Bring it.
You know I don't do well with those people.
I'll handle them.
Okay, perfect. You're
Go Aubrey Wodonga on them. Piece of shit.
You know what?
I can't stop thinking about him because he pisses me off so much.
Of all of the things that get picked up, this will be the clip. I'm going to clip it out. I'm going to put it out onto the internet and we're going to
tag them.
Oh.
Tag Kyle and Jackie O.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
I feel like surely they've got someone going through and like Google pings when something pings on something and they're like, someone said something about us. Quick, get to the Batmobile.
Yeah.
These two gays talking about us.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. We
do look insane right now. So people will think that this is what we're like all the time.
I mean,
are
they wrong?
Anywho, happy Halloween, everybody.
This is essentially a part 2 of the episode that we had last week. Because last week, Joel, you told us all about the film The Shining.
Yes.
And for those who don't know, it was originally a book that was based off a real place. Ooh. And we're going to get a bit like, I guess, Ghost Adventures, Zach Baggins on this whole thing. And we're going to talk about the ghost stories of the Stanley Hotel. Because sometimes real life is stranger than fiction.
Oh!
As I was writing that line, I was like this. And as I started to wonder, it was one of those moments where you go, this is a bit cliche, but I love it.
No, I love it. I love it.
All right, Joel.
Stanley Hotel. I have heard of it.
Yeah, I was going to ask, have you ever seen what it looks like?
No.
All right, so I'm going to show
To be honest, I really didn't know that it was based on an actual real life hotel until you mentioned that we'd be doing an episode on the real life hotel.
And you went, oh.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 photos to start off. So this is a picture of the hotel that they used in The Shining, which is different to the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah.
So for those who are audio listeners, Joel, just a quick, brief description of The Shining Hotel.
Big, huge hotel. It's brown. And it is in front of a big snowy peak.
All right. And then if you flick to the next photo, you'll see the actual Stanley Hotel,
Beautiful.
Which is what this is based on.
I'm trying to think of what this style of hotel is called. Anyway, it's a big white hotel.
And it's like a kind of, what's it called? Like not a ranch. What's the snow version of a ranch? Oh my God.
Lodge.
It's a bit like
It's lodge-like.
Lodge-like. It's a cold, blustery winter's night in 1974 when a couple wind their way up the mountain road towards their hotel. It's dark, the kind of winter dark that swallows the horizon. They park, grab their bags and hurry to the doors, not quite clocking that theirs is the only car in the vast lot. Inside, they shake off their coats and the ache of the wind, and the lobby is grand and strangely hushed. Their footsteps sound bright against the floor. At the front desk, where the concierge also tends the bar, the news lands. They're the only guests here tonight.
Literally The Shining.
Mm-hmm. Name, the concierge asks, reaching for a key. It should be under King, the man says. Stephen King. Perfect, concierge replies. Room 217, the best in the house. He doesn't know it yet, but he's not just handing over a key. He's unlocking a door in someone's mind, one that will open onto one of the greatest horror stories of all time.
This happened to Stephen King?
Yep.
Oh.
So The Shining is a Stephen King novel.
Yeah.
And it is not based on this story, but it's kind of really took place and kind of his mind started working when he went to this hotel, the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah.
So it kind of kicks off there.
Mm-hmm.
But before we talk about him going to the Stanley Hotel, let's talk about the hotel itself. As you're sitting there, you might be thinking about the hotel that was in The Shining, and it's very similar vibes, very similar look.
Mm-hmm.
Rewind back to 1903.
Oh, big rewind.
Big rewind. So there is a man named Oscar Stanley. And you'll like this. He was the co-inventor of the Stanley Steamer automobile. The old steamer.
We love a steamer.
Yeah, we love it here. So Oscar Stanley created this steamer, and at the time in 1903 was battling tuberculosis. Why did I say
consumption? He had consumption.
So he decided to eat, pray, love it, and he went to the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, which is where the Stanley Hotel now stands. During his stay in Colorado, his health rebounds, and he credits the air and the surroundings to his rehabilitation.
Can you get over tuberculosis?
Well, he said
apparently so.
Apparently so, yeah. Cured. And he vows to build a resort so others can breathe the cure.
That's nice. There is something about fresh air in the mountains.
Yeah.
When I went to Bright,
It was
different air than the air that's here.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things where as soon as you leave, if you live in a city and you get to go into the country and breathe the fresh air, you do feel restored, rejuvenated.
Absolutely.
2 years later, the Stanley Hotel rises, which is interesting that it only took 2 years to build because it's quite a big structure.
Yeah, it's humongous.
And it's around 1903. So
they didn't have the things to build something so large.
So he builds a sprawling 140-room playground for the wealthy. So this is the weird part, and I could not work it out. There are rooms like 217, 243, but there's 140 rooms in the hotel, so I don't understand.
Like law for hotels in regards to like lucky and unlucky and stuff like that. Maybe I'd like to know the reasoning behind
I think
that.
I just worked it out in my mind.
What is it?
It's like there's 3 levels, and it's not that you're in room 217, you're in the 17th room on the second floor. So you're in room 217.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
So if you went up, you'd be in 317.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean that there's 217
No,
rooms.
no.
Which, anyway.
No, I know.
just
I get what you
clocked
mean.
that.
Yeah. So depending on what floor you're on, it'll start with a 1, 2, or 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's hotel hour.
Yeah.
So builds this big Stanley Hotel, and it's for the wealthy because it's remote, but it's also got all those big city luxuries. So he has electricity and telephones, even automobiles that took you from the station to the hotel. It's kind of like, it's so remote, but it's got all of the luxuries that the wealthy would want. For a while, everything is fine, but then a few years later in 1911, Elizabeth Wilson, a chambermaid, lit a candle in room 217, not realizing there was a gas leak. And what happens when we mix open flame with gas, Joel?
A big boom.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So the blast takes out about 10% of the west wing of the hotel.
How would you not know that there was a cat? Everything would have been wavy and it smells funny.
Yeah, but I guess she was just like, doo-doo-doo.
But it could have also been leaking for ages and everyone's just like used to it.
And they don't even realize.
Kind of like the smell of gas.
Yeah, I know. It's like the smell of petrol.
Petrol, yeah.
Yeah, I like it, but it's like, I know that's not good for me.
No.
So Elizabeth was flung from the second floor and landed in the dining room below.
Oh, no.
I know. But by an act of fate, surprisingly, she survives and she only broke both her ankles.
Oh.
So, she did not, apparently no one died in this blast.
Okay, well,
So
good. She just got flung hardcore.
Yeah, and broke both her ankles.
Wow.
Wow.
Because she didn't die, I now find this funny because I'm imagining her like just legs akimbo flying through the air.
Yeah, and could you imagine breaking both your ankles?
Yeah,
like,
ow.
Oh, it would just be so annoying. You can't.
Yeah, that would piss me off.
Oh, I'd be so mad. You try to get up, you're like, whoa. Elizabeth actually ends up returning to the hotel and worked there until her death in 1950.
Long time.
I know. It's said that the haunting activity in room 217 did not begin until after her death.
Maybe there was another gas leak. Everyone in there is just like,
whoa, Elizabeth.
Seeing things.
From around the 1930s, the Stanley Hotel kind of starts to slip in its reputation as far as, people aren't going there as much. It's kind of only open during the summer, which is weird because you'd think because it's in Colorado it'd be open.
It'd be a nice like wintry hotel.
Yeah. So it starts to become a little faded around the edges and falls not into disrepair, but it's just not as booming as it once was.
Yep.
It's claimed that the Stanley Hotel is one of the most haunted hotels in America.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as we would like to go through every single haunting, I have picked out a few that I think you might find interesting.
Perfect.
Hopefully. We're going to play a game of Demon or Debunked.
Oh, I've got my demon horns on.
So I'm going to tell you a ghost story, Joel.
Yep.
And you're going to tell me if you think it's a demon, which is real, or a debunked, which is fake.
Yep.
And
demon, which is real. Yep. Gotcha.
So ghosts, how do you feel about them, Joel? What's your...
I wouldn't say I necessarily believe in ghosts. However, I like the idea of them. I think it's fun to think about. I do believe in maybe like a bit of energy, but as far as like, you know, ghostly specters walking around, I'm not sure. As I've gotten a bit older, I'm just like, oh, prob's not. But
yeah,
I do like mystery of them and all that. I'm open to it. If one shows itself, I'd be like, oh well, there's a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a big believer, but I like to
hear the ghost stories. Watch the ghost stories.
I think it's fun.
It's one of those things where it's like sitting around a campfire kind of vibes. You've never encountered a ghost?
No, I don't think so. I think every time that I think I might have, I think there's probably a logical explanation for it.
Yeah, there's always a logical, but I like to believe.
Yeah.
All right. The Stanley Hotel has a reputation of one of America's most haunted destinations. Many paranormal investigators, aka our friend Zach Baggins, believe this is because there is...
Did they go there?
Yes, but I cannot for the life of me find the episode.
Oh, I was going to say, I want to watch that episode.
Yeah, so I've looked... It is not on any of my streaming services. It's not on YouTube. I'm sure it's probably on one of the pirating sites, but I just haven't found it. So if you find it, send the link, please.
I'll do some digging.
Yes, please. It is believed that there is a portal above the grand staircase of the hotel. So similar to in The Shining, where there's that big staircase where we talked about Shelley Duvall and Jack Nicholson having that big kind of fight swinging a bat. There is that at the Stanley Hotel as well. Interestingly, and I don't know if this is coincidence, but there are two big mirrors in the Stanley Hotel either side of this staircase, and that's what they believe is causing like a bit of a portal to open up, right?
Yeah, because it's like a mirror reflecting on itself. It won't know what to do. There's too much.
The ghosts go crazy.
I mean, if there was going to be a portal anywhere, it'd be between two mirrors facing each other. And I don't even know if that's allowed. That seems
mirrors
illegal.
Just instantly smash when that happens. Now, in The Shining, the movie, usually when there's something ghostly happening, there are mirrors around or mirrors involved. And I don't know if that's a coincidence or if that's Stanley Kubrick, he knew about the mirrors in the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah.
I do not know, but anywho, that's where they think that portal opened. So there is a ghost that they believe is Stanley's wife, who was the original owner's wife of this hotel. She was an accomplished pianist and would often play for the guests when she was there, and entertain them.
Clocks by Coldplay.
She's like, let me play one of the best. Apparently, her spirit or ghost is felt in the music room, and the piano her original piano is still there.
Yep.
So that's why everyone's like, ooh, she must be here. So guests report hearing eerie yet beautiful piano playing at 3 a.m. when the room is empty and seeing the keys move on their own.
Terrifying.
Oh, could you imagine just hearing some kind of, no, thank you. She is also protective of her piano and has apparently slammed the cover of the piano down on fingers of those attempting to play her prized Steinway piano without permission. So if you get permission, you're allowed to, but if you don't, she's going to slam that down on you.
Ouch.
Oh, don't break my fingers. It's also said that the scent of roses can be smelt when she is near, and her favorite flower was roses, so you can apparently smell roses when she's around. She also died after suffering a stroke at the Stanley Hotel, and it's believed that's why her soul is attached
Trapped
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is apparently a picture of her.
Oh,
I know.
like ghost picture.
Ghost picture.
Yay.
So there's
See, her ghost doesn't bother me. I'm like, oh, she plays piano. She smells like roses. The thing that would piss me off is like if I was getting woken up every morning at 3 a.m.
Just
Can you
can you play something new? There's 2 photos in this series. So this is the first photo, which is just the mirror in question. And then if you flick to the next one, this is apparently her ghost in the mirror. Do you think this is a demon?
I don't see anything. Is that the head?
Yeah, there's apparently 2 people there.
Oh, I can see. I can see the person. It's like someone's sitting and someone's standing next to them with their arms in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Is she meant to be the one that's sitting?
I think she's the one that's supposed to be sitting, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see that. Very pixelated.
They always are.
They always are.
Do you think it's real or do you think it's fake? I don't have an answer for you.
Okay, 2 things.
Okay.
So the first mirror image.
Yeah.
The reflection in the mirror is crystal clear.
Mm-hmm.
I can see everything in it really nicely and clearly. The second image, everything around it is crystal clear, almost like it was taken with the same camera. But the mirror is like really fuzzy and really pixelated. I almost think this has been doctored.
And it's been superimposed.
Yeah.
It does kind of feel like that, but
it's not a crisp image of the mirror.
No.
Whereas everything else in the foreground is crisp. I don't believe it. It's doctored.
Debunked.
Debunked.
Right. Debunked.
Yep, that's fake.
That's
Fakest picture I've ever seen in my life.
Alrighty. So let's then talk about the staircase phantom.
Mm-hmm.
So the staircase that I mentioned with the 2 mirrors either side. So there is a picture and it is taken by someone who was staying at the hotel. So apparently this particular ghostly figure appears quite often. Numerous people have seen her, and she's kind of wearing this kind of period clothing of, back in the day, maybe the 1920s. But this
is she a flapper?
She's not quite a flapper. She's a bit more like matronly, I'd say. So this is the first image of her.
Ooh, okay. Now we're cooking.
So if you want to describe what you're seeing to the people.
It's funny, like the far away, it looks more like something than up close.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting a fisheye lens of the staircase and the entrance. And there is a figure at the top left-hand side of our left-hand side of the staircase, kind of just standing there, almost like a hello, or like greeting you to go up the staircase. I can't quite make out what it is, but it's definitely, it looks like a shadowy human figure, I guess. Am I seeing a top hat?
Ooh.
Top hats scare me. Oh, it looks like the Babadook. Remember the Babadook when I watched that? And I was just like, are you almost home? That is one that scared the shit out of me.
Scary right up until you see it. And then you're like,
and then even then, it's still, I was so frightened that day.
Yeah, that is a good tension.
I can't, it doesn't look like a lady to me. It looks like a man in a top hat.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, top hat ghosts scare me.
Yeah, I don't like hat ghosts.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing about the Hat Man.
Yeah. Didn't we can cut this out, but didn't Hamish used to see the man with the top hat at the end of the bed?
Oh, yes, he did. Actually, Hamish was a weird sleeper though. He used to have like night terrors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I remember him talking about a guy in a hat, and also one of my dad's friends talked about a thing that he saw in the corner of his room that threw his CDs at him and his wife. And it was wearing a broad-brimmed hat.
Oh, yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it.
But the Hat Man is a commonly seen spectre that appears when you have, what's it called? Sleep paralysis.
Ugh.
Just an ominous figure wearing a broad-brimmed hat. Yes, this is giving me definitely old era vibes, but I can't make out that it's like a lady.
Yeah. Do you reckon it's real or fake?
I think it could be real. It might not necessarily Well, if it is real, I think there'd have to be an explanation. Why am I being so
like analytical
about this? Okay, I'm going to say it's real.
All right.
Yeah, that's a real one.
All right.
That is a real ghost.
Well,
I've seen a real ghost now. I believe in them.
Believed. Let's flick to the next photo. There's a bit of a story around this one.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this looks like a ghost. Now this is a ghost picture.
So this was taken by a man named John, and his wife and his daughter were part of this tour that was staying at the Stanley Hotel.
Mm.
And he took this photo and he couldn't make sense of it because he said, at first we tried to think logically about it and we thought maybe someone had like missed that there was like this extra person on this tour.
Yeah, a little girl
or something. And they asked their kids, their friends, if anyone remembered seeing this little girl. And apparently no one did. No one in this tour remembers seeing that little girl on the tour. And then they said they don't remember seeing anything when they took the photo on the stairs. It was only once they saw the photo that they saw this girl.
This is a pretty damn good ghost picture, I must say.
It is good, right?
Yeah.
So if you also look to, I think it's the left of her, just slightly up the staircase, there's also like a bit of a like shadow as well. So they're saying that it could be two, maybe it's just her moving about.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people out of focus in this image, probably because there was a lot of movement in the room or he was a bad photographer. This type of image you would only get if, I guess, the small child was moving really, really quick. Mm-hmm. But it almost looks like this small child is standing still.
Yeah.
So there's no like bodily movement, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look like she's running up the stairs or anything. She looks like she's just standing completely still on the staircase, but it's fuzzy in a way that you'd expect someone to be like running around with on a low exposure to be caught. It's really well done.
There was a man named Ben Hansen who was a former FBI agent and host of a show called Fact or Faked, Paranormal Files. And he carefully analyzed the photo and it turned up that there was no obvious signs of trickery. Ben Hansen said, and I quote, "I really like this photo. Assuming that it's not doctored, it ranks up there as one of the best photos of possible paranormal evidence I've seen. If it is faked, I've got to hand it to them for their level of detail and creativity because there's usually enough easy signs to suggest a hoaxing."
Yeah. This one I got to say demon. I don't think she's a demon though. She's just a little girl.
She's just a little girl, but isn't that how they get you? They pretend to be children.
Now I wonder why she's stuck in the hotel. It's a cool looking hotel. I like all the portraits and it's a spooky looking hotel.
It's a spooky looking hotel. It is for sure.
I would love to stay there. Steph and Joel take Colorado.
I could imagine and yeah. Room 217. So this is the room that is haunted by the ghost of Elizabeth Wilson. Now I unfortunately don't have any visual evidence for you, Joel. I've just got the ghost stories. Elizabeth Wilson, she was the head chambermaid and she was severely injured in a gas explosion.
Yep.
Even though she miraculously survived, it is believed that because she worked there till her death and because something traumatic happened to her, her spirit is attached.
Yep.
It's often described that she still tends to her duties in that room.
Still working?
She's still working.
Oh,
imagine being a ghost and being like, I'm just going to work.
I'm stuck at work.
Oh,
That'd
be the
suck.
worst. So apparently the lights flick on and on. On and on. The lights.
On
On
more.
more. It's a dimmer. The lights flick on and off. Doors mysteriously open and close while you're there. And sometimes if you've left your belongings, like if you just go and drop off your bag and then go out in your day, she'll unpack your belongings for you.
Oh, she's not unpacking your belongings. Your belongings aren't getting unpacked by a ghost. I'm sorry. That probably is just the person who's
working there
who does that.
They're like, Elizabeth. Apparently, she's also prudish towards specific guests. Specifically, unmarried couples often wake up feeling an.
I was going to say gay people.
She's like,
yeah,
ew.
we would make her uncomfortable. I
She's
think.
like, yeah, maybe we should really test that theory. Apparently, she pushes unmarried couples apart in their bed when they're sleeping, and she like pushes on them. And she's also known to take the luggage of single men and leave it outside their door.
No, luggage isn't being like floating in the air outside the door. Like, come on.
What are you talking about?
But fun to imagine.
There are literally hundreds of other ghost stories around this hotel. There is so many. Many of a ghost adventure, ghost haunting shows, they've all been there. So if you want, you can go and watch those. Ghost adventures, I'll always highly recommend because there
we
is
love ghost adventures.
There is a real camp element to that story. But yeah, this is just kind of a few that I was like, there's at least some evidence that I can show you.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
Let's go to the main event, which is the night that sparked the novel The Shining.
Yes.
The night Stephen King and his wife Tabitha stayed at the Stanley Hotel is central to the hotel's fame, as it was the night he conceived the novel The Shining.
Yeah.
Stephen King is obviously a master of horror at this point. He's written Carrie and Salem's Lot, and he was kind of seeking inspiration for his next novel. He and his wife were living near Boulder, Colorado, and he was working on a story about a boy with psychic abilities, but he was kind of stuck. He'd gotten writer's block. And at that point, he had set his story in an abandoned amusement park. That was where it was kind of originally set. He's kind of sitting there. He's like, all right, let's just go away for a bit. You know, I need to try and get some fresh ideas. They go to this hotel and they are the only guests checking in and they're the only guests staying there because it's at the end of the season. So this hotel would close during the winter. So it's starting to get cold and crispy.
Yeah.
And it's literally one of the last days before it's shutting down entirely. So there's only 2 staff on duty, a housekeeper and a bartender. In
this giant hotel.
So it's like got this eerie feeling straight off the bat. They handed the room key for 217 as it's considered the best room in the house. They put their bags down.
That's a gas leak room, right?
Gas leak room.
Yeah, right.
So in the movie, it's room 237, I think.
Yeah, I do have it in my notes, but it's definitely one of those.
I don't know if it was the Stanley Hotel or the hotel that they've shot at, but they asked that the room number be changed because they didn't want it to be. But so I don't think it was this because I'll talk about it in a second, but they do lean into the ghostiness of it all once this happens. At this time, room 217 was considered the best of the house, but it's like known to be a bit of a ghosty hotspot. They put their bags down and then they wander to the dining room, and Tabitha and Stephen literally eat dinner alone in this empty dining room, like this huge dining room. There's just the 2 of them eating across from each other. And I think to kind of bring the ambience in, the staff put on music, but they put on orchestral music. And
just creepy scenario.
So all of the tables are packed up. Literally, apparently chairs were on like the tables, like, you know, as you would to pack up for a whole season. And they're just eating there to like just kind of
so bizarre.
Like it's so, and I just kind of imagine this kind of warbly megaphone sound.
Yeah.
Like
it would feel so strange, but I kind of would love it at the same time.
Yeah. It would be, if I would love it, and then I would also be starting to freak myself out.
Yeah.
They're sitting there, they kind of like, this is really strange, but they finish dinner, and then after dinner, Tabitha takes herself off to bed, but King decides to wander the empty halls. He said the eerie feeling of being in a hotel was the perfect setting for a ghost story. So on this night, he also claims to, while he was wandering the halls, he apparently said he saw a little boy that ran around. But he was like, that's kind of impossible because there's no one else here.
Yep.
So whether that's true or not, who knows? Or if his mind's starting to just integrate the story that he had already
come up with little things. Yeah.
That night, as he slept, King said he experienced a nightmare of his young son sprinting through the hotel's endless walls, terrorized by something malevolent just out of frame. So, ooh. And then he said the nightmares were kind of coming to him really quickly that night. And it was like there was like this kind of almost fire hose that was like, which sounds so strange, but I could imagine when you're dreaming, it would be so horrific. Like it was coming to life like a snake and like thumping on the ground. And I was just like, ooh, that's just creepy to me.
That's creepy imagery.
Yeah. So he awoke after this nightmare, like to a tremendous kind of like jerk feeling. And he actually fell off the bed and was covered in cold sweat.
Oh.
Yeah. He said he got up. He went to a chair by the window, lit a cigarette, and he said by the time that he finished the cigarette, he had the bones of the book that like firmly in his mind. He'd pretty much written the whole thing by the time he finished that ciggy.
How good would that feel?
Could you imagine you've just had the craziest nightmare and then you're just like, I've got a story for you.
Yeah.
It's almost like that kind of like, I've got to imagine it's like that feeling of like a cigarette after sex kind of vibe.
Yes. Yeah.
He just got to the end and he was like, I've done it.
Yeah.
King's experience transformed his unfinished story to this grand isolated setting of the Stanley Hotel. It became the Overlook Hotel in the book. And it kind of, not only through the book, but through the film, gave this kind of haunting legacy to this hotel. And I guess because he had those experiences at that hotel, it kind of all ties together beautifully. Just fun fact, which I didn't know, a lot of Stephen King has this kind of all of these short stories that he's written. He calls them like the dollar stories or the penny stories. So if you're a filmmaker, you can't take his big books, but he will give you any of like, you can have free range of any of these short stories that he's written. Okay. So if you're like a filmmaker, you're allowed to have any of them to take and like
create something out of. Oh, that's cool.
Which I like.
Yeah, we could.
Also, apparently, we could. Why not? That's next year. Also, apparently, he did not like The Shining when it first came out.
I heard that too.
And then he created his own and no one liked it.
He did a made-for-TV one, which was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll never speak of it again.
No.
There's a reason why he's a writer.
Yes.
And yeah.
A lot of he did quite a few. Well, there are a lot of Stephen King made for TV adaptations that weren't very good. And I'll say it, the original It, even though it's iconic with Tim Curry and whatever, it's pretty awful.
Interesting.
Definitely reads better as a book.
Yeah.
There was also one called not the Lumineers, but it was called something like that, about these like floating things with mouths.
Yeah, okay.
That came out in the 90s, and it was just cringy and awful.
It's often our mind is more powerful than what we can see. Like it's that whole thing of the monster is scarier when you imagine it versus when you see it. So it's kind of like some of his stories don't translate.
Yeah.
But also then he did when Kubrick took The Shining and made it, so it's just how you tell the story, I guess. But anyway, that's kind of his story. Now, since the book and the movie, the outcome for the hotel was immediate and intense. So at that point, it was like kind of the hotel was like not really that popular.
Yeah.
But this kind of brought it back and everyone went, I want to go there. So it became a haunted hotspot and a pilgrimage for people who were into cinema. And the hotel, to its credit, kind of leaned into it. So they now offer ghost tours. They promote any hauntings. They hold special events like mystery dinners and horror film festivals.
Would love to go. I would love to go.
So you can actually rent room 217.
Yes.
It's called the King Room, which I'm assuming is named after him. And it's specifically listed on their website. Like, you know how it usually is like the deluxe room that they specifically list room 217 to book. It's about $400 a night.
That's crazy for Colorado, but sure.
Yep. Yeah. And I guess the question is, Joel, would you spend a night in there?
1,000%. Absolutely. I wish I could have gone there back when it was a bit more not as popular, because there's something very like, I would love to walk around like a big liminal space hotel with that sense of unease. I feel like that would be kind of exciting. It reminds me of I'll tell a quick little story of my childhood.
Go.
My mum and dad both worked at a sports club called the Lavington Sports Club when I was growing up, which was a humongous building. It had like restaurants, it had a casino. It was like multi-level. It had squash courts. It had like all this stuff. But my mum, worked in the offices there. My dad he used to hire the entertainment for there. So I spent especially a lot of like school holiday time and stuff like that. I would just spend there just hanging out with mum because, I didn't have a babysitter or something like that. So I used to spend a lot of time wandering around the sports club, which was pretty desolate during the daytime, especially midweek. Wasn't many people there. So I used to spend time wandering around, going into every like little section, going into like where the squash courts and stuff are, just walking down these hallways and things like that.
Yeah.
I always found it like sometimes I would scare myself and run back to like mum's office. But there was just so many things to explore. I used to go behind the bars and things and walk around. I used to go into the kitchen.
Amazing.
When there was no one there. There was something so exciting about that.
Yeah. It's almost like those people who go to those abandoned buildings and like take what's it called? And it's
urban explorers. Yeah, something like that.
It's just like that creepy, the feeling of something being abandoned.
Something that's meant to be like bustling,
but
like empty.
It's just it's got a real it's like you can feel something in the walls. It's everything's attached. It's like they say when you move house, you get because you're moving house, but because you're disturbing all the energy in the house, oftentimes you'll get really narky or snippy and like things like that. Yeah. Because you're moving things around, but it could just be you're moving. So but who knows? I like it. I like to think that there's energy in places. Yes.
I would definitely stay there 100%.
Yeah. Well, when we have some money, Joel, let's go. Well, that's kind of the story of the Stanley Hotel. I thought it was, they're keep it a bit brief, but
no, that was excellent.
It's spooky stories. I love a ghost story. I love trying to work out what's real, what's not. And
I like that it's still operating today.
Yeah, go. If you've been, let us know. Yeah. What's it like? Yeah. And do you have your own ghost story for the Stanley Hotel or any hotel? Is there a hotel?
There's heaps of haunted hotels.
Oh, so many.
The Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mary, the one that's a ship in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah.
That one's meant to be crazy. There's actually heaps of YouTubes of people on YouTube going and staying at these places and recording themselves at night, and then they hear noises and all that kind of stuff. And even though it's all a bit silly, it's
I love it.
Fun and spooky to watch.
Fun. Bit of fun. Yeah. Any thoughts, any feelings about your ghost stories?
No. Like I said, I don't necessarily believe, but I like to keep my options open. It's fun to think about.
Yeah. I think I do not want any terrifying experiences, but I'm happy for a little.
Yeah, if it's just a ghost that's doing its job, then that's fine. Don't try and be scaring me.
Yeah. I don't. I've always said that when I die and come back as a ghost, my thing will be blowing out candles. How annoying! Like,
oh yeah, that's fucking Steph.
Yeah. So if when I die in many years from now, I will be just there going.
I'll be unpacking people's luggage. Like the ghost in the hotel. Yeah.
Back to work, Joel. As always, come find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Give us a like, give us a follow, write a review.
Yep.
Tell one person. And as we always say, Joel,
don't love your job your love.
Okay. Okay.
Have you not seen that?
No.
Oh, I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
You guys know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
you know what he's talking about. Alrighty. Goodbye.
Bye.